Tables are a great way to organize your information on your document. So I'm going to show some of the basics on how to create this table below. So let's scroll down to a blank area here. We're going to first make sure our cursor is where we want to insert our table. Come up to Insert, Table. You'll notice you have these cells here. As you drag to the right, that's choosing how many columns you want. And as you drag down, that's how many rows. So we're going to do a table 5 columns by 3 rows. Once we left click and let go, it automatically inserts it right here on our document. So we can highlight these top cells because we want to make like a title row. And then once we have them all highlighted, right click and choose Merge Cells. And then we can type like our title in here. The formatting is the same as it is anywhere in your document. You just use the options up above. If you want to highlight the background of this cell, notice if I choose this option, it is only going to highlight the words itself. If we want to highlight the entire cell, let's undo that first. If you don't see the paint bucket up here, click on the 3 dots, go to the paint bucket, and choose your background color. That does the entire cell. Now let's go ahead. I copied this from the other cell, Monday through Friday up here. And let's say that Thursday and Friday is a day off of school. So I can highlight just these 2 cells and merge these. So you don't have to merge the entire thing. Notice how you can just do a few of them. And I'm going to put no school. And I'm going to, again, just go ahead, highlight that. And actually, you don't even have to highlight it. And just choose to center that cell. You can insert images in your cell. So let's just go to Image. And let's just search the web. I'll just pull one of these cat photos in. And I'm going to drag it right into the cell that I want it to go into. Notice it did not make it a huge photo. It kind of kept it proportionate to the cell size here. If I want to make that larger, I can do that. And then I can manually change the size of this cell by left clicking on that line and dragging it. Notice what happened now is it made Tuesday really small. I don't need Thursday and Friday to be as big this week. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cursor between these 2 columns, left click and drag to make that smaller. So now let me show you how this looks very funny. And I could sit and again I can try to manually get these the direction I want. Or on this Thursday, Friday, which I can make even smaller I think, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Then I'm going to highlight these 2 columns, right click, and choose to distribute the columns. And it's going to automatically make Thursday and Friday the same size. So I can do that same thing with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Highlight those 3, say distribute columns, and then I'm going to go ahead and readjust my photo so it's back fitting into the cell. And I can also center this photo just by making sure it's selected and choosing the center option. So if I want to add a row beneath these, I can right click and just say insert row below or above. So I'm going to insert one below. Some people will think that when you type text that if you want to have a lot of text in here, you need to resize your row, but you do not. Let me go back to how it was. Notice how as I type, it automatically adjusts the height of the row. It will not change the column widths. It only changes the height when you're doing that. And then one last option I want to show you is a drop down. So let's go ahead and let's right click and insert a row above. And I'm going to come right here. And I come up to the Insert, choose Drop Down option. They have a few here that I can already choose from, or I can come in and I can make my own new drop down. So I'm going to click on New Drop Down. I'm going to call this Options, and then I'm going to choose a yes here and a no. Then I'm going to go ahead and make yes green. Red will be kind of off pink. I don't need these other options, but notice I can even click here and add more than 4 options, but I'm going to delete those because I don't need them. If I want to change the order, I just left click and drag on these dots over here to the left. Once I'm done, I click Save, and you can see this has now brought the drop down into my table. If you want to use one of the ones you already have, you would just go to drop down, choose it, and you can see I named one here called Attendance. So I can add that anywhere too. So that's another way to enter text on here. I will show the different formatting options you have for a table in the next video because there's even more that you can do.